Hey everybody, and welcome to the Daily Scopes for the 19th of January. So today the moon goes into void of course. Venus also makes a BiQuintile to Uranus. Mercury makes a trine to Jupiter, and Venus also makes a square to Neptune. So Venus's BiQuintile to Uranus wants us to explore new ways of expressing love and beauty. It can make us feel more creative, more inspired, and more open to, unconventional types of relationships and hookups. This, for some of you, can also be you trying out a new sort of like writing technique, designing technique, something like that as well. Negatively, it can make us more impulsive and crave sort of constant stimulation, forever seeking more and more superficial excitement and external validation without considering the consequences, or trying to go within and nurture yourself sort of thing. Maybe on the worst we can become a bit too needy with this energy, and with Venus's square, which I'm going to talk about later, this can amplify that energy. So it's important to respect other people's boundaries while also maintaining your own, and remain grounded and mindful of other people's perspectives and also your own needs and desires right now as well. So the best use of this energy is to look into aesthetics and to talk about love, read about love, be in love, be open to love, and not ignoring red flags. I never promote that. So yeah, you can also maybe try out a new style, experiment with sort of like just being different, expressing yourself a bit differently, trying new things. This is what it's all about. Mercury's trine to Jupiter amplifies this energy, bringing a lot of abundance, as Jupiter always does. It can increase our communication skills and intellectual abilities. It enables us to express ourselves more confidently, so good for sales and marketing and stuff like that. Also public speaking and negotiations and sharing our ideas with other people as well. But we have to watch out for being too optimistic. We may find ourselves thinking too big and envisioning a bright future without wanting to do the daily practical actions that will kind of get us there. Because right now ideas can flow more effortlessly, it does give us the opportunity to see the bigger picture, which is always good, but we should never miss out the finer details as well. So just take those risks, but make sure you make a plan and strategy, and know that getting to where you typically want to get to in life takes hard work, even though it may look easy. Some people do get it easy, but it's not for the majority. So just if you were born that way, there's no point in dreaming about it. Just it's about doing and healing, because life can be dysfunctional. We've all got dysfunctions and we pass it on to each other generation to generation. So it's about broadening your knowledge, becoming aware of this, being able to not to disregard any abuse or anything that was done to you. That's not what I'm saying. It's just that for me, I see adulthood as the only chance we probably do get in our lives to be who we really are. But most of the time, because of the damage and experiences we had in our childhood and early teenage years and stuff, we don't actually live as adults. We just keep on replaying our childhood and teenage years, and I'm guilty of it. We've all guilty of it, and these are, you can tell how you think, this is one of the thoughts. So this energy allows us to be more curious, more open to healing, and working with others to find solutions to our problems rather than just dwelling in the negatives. Now Venus makes a square to Neptune also, as I said, so although positively it helps us to be more empathetic and compassionate to ourselves and others, and we can be more in tune with our own needs and other people's needs. This helps us create meaningful connections and nurture and repair our relationships, which is good. But as I said, the challenging energy of Neptune can cloud our judgment in the matters of love and finances, make us more idealistic. We can romanticize situations and people. This can lead to disappointment and delusion, and we are in the season to be a bit too merry, and we all want that perfect kind of Christmas, maybe family, friends, whatever that means to you, with somebody else, at least one other person for most of us. And sometimes when that doesn't happen, we can try and force that to happen, but you may sort of like regret it in the long run. So just make sure that the love decisions you're making right now, hookups and stuff, are best for you and stuff. This energy reminds us to be cautious and discerning and avoid being impulsive right now as well, especially with money and making investments and purchases that you didn't plan for. Yeah, be generous, treat yourself, but also be realistic as well, and while also being a tad unrealistic, because I don't want to be the Grinch, but it allows us to be more creative and empathetic and to explore our artistic talents and express ourselves through art as well, also allowing us to uncover illusions, so it's counteracting the negatives of the Neptune energy of today as well. It allows us to tap into that self-reflective energy that allows us to balance our dreams and desires with the realities of life. There's no trouble in dreaming, but we have to make practical plans to go after those dreams, otherwise they just remain dreams. So this transit wants us to surrender to the flow of the universe and trust in divine timing, and just be more realistic about what other people can give you right now and what you can give as well, and just allow yourself to be loving, because some of us may question our worthiness or be attracted to individuals who are unavailable or emotionally elusive right now, because we may be yearning for that connection. So just remember to maintain healthy boundaries or create them, and not get swept away by unrealistic fantasies. Content creators can give techniques on how we can listen to what people are actually saying rather than getting lost into a fantasy, how to ask clarifying questions, how to observe actions, because these never lie but words can often do. So you can talk about how we can become more clued on romantically and spot those red flags, how we can be open to loving a world of red flags, and how we can just become more savvy navigating people. And we do this by knowing ourselves and giving tips on how we can know ourselves, how we can face our shadow dark traits, how we can heal our psychological, emotional, spiritual wounds, because until when we manage these, we are just automatic reactors, and whoever triggers us can trigger a personality. This is why sometimes we say, I wouldn't have done that if I didn't drink, or I wouldn't have done that if I didn't get so angry and stuff like that. So this transit wants us to embrace the feel of pushing boundaries, so content that can help us accept ourselves, but also implement boundaries, respect other people's boundaries, and how we can, giving tips on how we can build more self-care into our lives, how we can build persuasive arguments if we're marketing or selling something, how we can just have more empathy, how to build more empathy, giving tips on that, how we can set clear intentions, how we can express ourselves with more creativity and more authenticity and truth and integrity, how we can spot lies in others. Why do we lie to ourselves? And this is why we typically lie to others, because we can't face reality ourselves, and often we come to hate ourselves on that deep subconscious level, and it stops us from accepting any good, so we can sabotage ourselves. So content on how we can become less self-sabotaging, and how we can just invite more truth and openness into the new year, into ourselves, So yeah, that was the daily scope for the 19th of January.